unsupervised contact with any minor child under the age of 18. No weapons, firearms, or ammunition. Cannot possess or consume alcoholic beverages. Will be subject to random alcohol screens. Cannot return to, isn't this a resort? Is this a resort, counselor? Mm, 6443 Westwood Boulevard. Maintain separate residence. I'll allow one-time return with law enforcement to gather his belongings and must comply with any plan set in place by DCF. Can you just ask them to say their name so I don't have to?
Webb,
Your full name?
Stephanie Webb.
Thank you. You have a warrant, it looks like, out of Lake County in 20 MM 4501 for failing to appear on a charge of possession of cannabis, 20 grams or less, and possession of paraphernalia. There's no bond authorized on that. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you, and we'll notify them you're here so they can come and get you.
I have a medical marijuana card.
There's nothing I can do with it because this is out of another county, so you have to go back to that county to address it. Good luck, ma'am. Yeah, guys, I'm almost out of voice, so anything you can do to let them talk instead of me. Morning, counselor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Heather Trick on behalf of Sean Goodwin for case number 2020-CF8546. He was arrested yesterday on case number 2021 MM5632. We have not been retained to represent him on that case, so we are asking that the public defender be appointed on that matter.
All right, I'll do that at this time. There is probable cause in that case. In that case, sir, your bond will be $1,000. You can have no contact with the victim or any witness in the case. You can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. You must maintain a separate residence. I'll allow one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings.
Yes, ma'am.
And then,
The residence that this occurred at was his residence. Ms. Stoner, the alleged victim in this case, does not live at that residence.
all right, well, that's why I maintain a separate. So if she's not there, you can live there. But if she's there, you can't because I don't have jurisdiction to order her to leave.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, did you wish to be heard on the out on bond, counselor?
Yes, is there a Kimberly Gray here? Okay. I apologize, Your Honor. There was supposed to be a witness here who was present at the time. We are asking that you exercise your discretion under Criminal Rule of Procedure 3.131 and Florida Statutes 903.0471 to not revoke his bond on the felony. This is totally discretionary, Your Honor. I can proffer some testimony as to his employment and the fact that he would not have any contact and maintain separate residences. If I may ask him a few questions, Your Honor.
Yes, please, go ahead.
Mr. Goodwin, do you have employment?
Yes, I do.
Where do you work?
Let's have him sworn in first.
Sorry.
You swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Goodwin, are you currently employed?
Yes, ma'am.
Where are you employed?
Screen, cabinet finishing company,
Cabinet finishing company? How often do you work?
7 days a week.
And if you are able to bond out of jail today, will you be able to return to that employment?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, you live at 820 Noose Avenue, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Does Ms. Stoner live with you?
No, ma'am.
Who lives with you?
My grandmother and my girlfriend.
Okay. If you were to be released, would you be able to maintain separate and apart from Ms. Stoner and not have any contact with her?
Absolutely.
Okay. And would you be able to attend all future court dates
Absolutely.
and keep in contact with your attorney
Yes, ma'am.
and remain at liberty and free of any future arrests?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I have no other questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. State?
No questions, Your Honor.
All right. Does the state have any argument?
The only thing I would note, Your Honor, is that Mr. Goodwin has 5 failures to appear, the last one being last month.
Was that in this grand theft charge?
Your Honor, it was. He had a public defender at the time and did not have good contact with his public defender, which is one of the reasons why he retained my office. I have had a relationship with Mr. Goodwin as his attorney before, and he's always maintained contact, and he's never missed any court dates as long as I've been representing him.
All right, thank you, Counselor. At this time, I'm going to take no action on his out on bond case. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
very much. Can I speak with my counselor?
Your Honor, I apologize. Can you repeat the bond amount for the DV bat? Thank you.
Torres. 21 CF 9494. I'll appoint your office, Ms. George. There is probable cause. State.
I have no objection, Your Honor.
I'm going to order him screened for mental health pretrial release first. If he doesn't qualify, regular pretrial release, same conditions, no victim contact, maintain separate residence, no weapons, firearms, or ammunition. I'll allow one-time return.
Rivera, also medical.
21 MM 5641. Ms. George, I'll appoint your office. State.
No objections, Your Honor.
All right, I'll place her on pretrial release. There is probable cause in this case. No contact, no weapons, firearms, or ammunition. Maintain separate residence. One-time return with law enforcement.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Laura Bretaña, Spanish interpreter. The interpreter has not been sworn.
Please raise your right hand.
Do you swear to interpret from Spanish to English, English to Spanish, the testimonies you will receive today?
Yes, I do. To the best of my abilities, Laura Bretaña, Spanish interpreter.
Please connect with the headset.
There is contact, Your Honor.
Sir, please tell me your name.
Alberto Brandi Rivera.
Alberto Grandi Rivera.
19 CF 6292, a warrant was issued for your arrest for violating your probation by failing to pay cost of supervision and by testing positive for drugs or alcohol. And looks like several positive tests, failing to pay drug testing fee, court fines, and failing to complete community service. Your bond is $1,000 on count 1, $250 on count 2, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. In 19 CF 6292, sorry, that's the same one. But it's the same case number.
Yeah, they must have did the warrant before his current charges, so his current charges is what warranted the LEO to do a on view.
So I'm not addressing that because it's the same case. Yeah, because it's the same case. You can't have two different bonds in one case for the same charges. Ms. George, I'm appointing your office. What do you think about that?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I cannot hear the speaker.
Your Honor, I would just ask that you say the $1,000
I'm going to do that.
So,
So ROR on view. 21 CF 9488, you're here charged with possession of fentanyl and cocaine. There is probable cause. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Your bond is $1,000 on each count. You can't possess or consume any controlled substance or have contact with any known drug dealers. Good luck.
Muchas gracias. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all we have for the interpreter. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good morning. My name's Elijah Falero.
A warrant was issued for your arrest in 21 CF 3239 for violating your pretrial release
Yes, ma'am.
by hold on. Oh, committing new violations. There's no bond on that. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. A warrant was issued for your arrest in 21 MM 5018. Another judge has already found probable cause in this case. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you.
Your Honor,
Yes,
I'll let you finish and then I'll make the argument.
okay. Ma'am, do you wish to testify?
Yeah,
Raise your right hand.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
yeah.
Please state your name for the record and spell your last name.
My name is Joanne Guevara. My last name is G-U-E, V as in Victor, A-R-A.
State.
Good morning, ma'am. How do you know the defendant?
He's my boyfriend.
Has something like this happened before?
Only the one last time he got arrested for.
So is that yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you afraid of him?
I am not.
If something like this were to happen again, would you be willing to call the police?
Absolutely.
While this case is pending, did you want to have contact with him?
I do.
With regard to this incident, the last time that you called the police, have you since contacted the state attorney's office?
I have.
And,
I filled out a waiver to drop the charges as well.
okay. Okay, I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Ms. George?
No questions, Your Honor, just argument.
All right, ma'am, is there anything else you wanted to say this morning?
Yeah, I filled out a statement that last call that I made to the cops, there was a lot of inaccurate things. There's a lot of emotions and anger was running, and a lot of things were said on there that were not true. And I do not feel like he was in violation of any of his pretrial release.
Ma'am, do you know that it's a crime to make a false report to law enforcement?
No, I didn't say I made a false report, but there was a lot of emotions, and I was very angry due to COVID. I've been going through a lot of financial hardships, so a lot of things were very much exaggerated during the time.
All right, thank you. Ms. George, did you have argument?
In this case, I would ask that the violation you actually set, based on what the attorney assigned in this case, sent me an email this morning stating that, the alleged victim has already reached out to the attorney's office, stating she didn't read what was said in his, there has been a motion filed to, reinstate bond, however, the judge's document is congested. The ASA assigned to this case also did not reflect setting a bond in this case. So I would just ask them to take all of that into consideration, the fact that the victim is not looking at the case.
I'm sorry. That is what the email says, yes.
The allegation in this warrant is that your client is unwilling or unable to abide by court orders. So what reasonable conditions of bond can this court place on your client with which he'll comply?
Your Honor, it appears when I read the case, originally, there was a no contact order put in place. Then the contact order, they allowed contact to happen. And once contact happened, that's when the violation happened. So I feel that if we do a no contact order where he's not allowed to have any contact with her, that he will abide by the court order and there won't be any further incidents because contact will not be able to be made between the two parties.
All right, thank you. I'm going to do that. At this time, sir, your bond is $5,000 on count one, $100 on count two. You can have no contact with the victim. Do you understand what that means?
Yes, ma'am.
You can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. You can't return to this scene for any reason. Do you understand that? All right, good luck. Thank you, ma'am. Good luck.
Okay. Good morning, Your Honor. This is Cynthia Ann Hart.
Good morning, 21 CF 9497. You're here charged with aggravated battery, great bodily harm, domestic violence. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. There is probable cause here. Does the state object to pretrial release?
No, Your Honor. Sorry.
I'm going to place you on pretrial release with special conditions. You can have no contact with the victim. You can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. You must maintain a separate residence, and I'll allow one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings. Good luck.
Your Honor.
Jose Antonio Vargas. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, 21 CF 9508. You're here charged with battery, burglary with assault or battery, criminal mischief, felony battery, and domestic battery by strangulation. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. Ms. George, did you wish to be heard on any of these counts? I reviewed the affidavit. I believe there's probable cause, but I wanted to make sure if you wanted to be heard. Does the state wish to be heard on bond?
Yes, Your Honor. Count two, burglary with an assault or battery therein is punishable by life, and I would ask defendant be held no bond.
Are there 3 counts of that charge?
Yeah.
All right. I'll do that at this time. You'll have no bond on all 3 of those counts. On count 1, your bond will be $100. So then is the criminal mischief, what count is that? All right, count 5, it'll be 150. Count 4, 150. Count 5, 150. You can have no contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means? You can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition.
They count.
You can't return to the victim's residence for any reason. You can't be within 1,000 feet of her residence or her place of employment. I also show that you're a sex offender. If that's correct, you have to maintain all of your sex offender reporting requirements. Do you understand? have to answer with words.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Develia Lomas.
21MM360, you're here charged with battery. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. There is probable cause in this case. Your bond is $500. You can have no contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means? You can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. You can't return to the victim's residence for any reason. Good luck. Thank you.
So,
21MM528. I'll appoint Ms. George. There is probable cause. Bond is $1,000, no contact with the victim, not return to her residence or be within 1,000 feet of her residence, no weapons, firearms, or ammunition.
Tristan Nelson.
21MM5626. You're here charged with battery dating violence. There is probable cause, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Good morning, ma'am. Do you wish to testify?
Yes, ma'am.
Please raise your right hand.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Please state your name for the record and spell your last name.
Destiny Plaza, Plaza.
State.
Good morning, Ms. Plaza. How do you know the defendant?
My boyfriend.
Has something like this happened before?
Never.
If it were to happen again, would you be willing to call the police?
Absolutely.
Do you believe that drugs or alcohol were involved in this incident?
With me, yes.
Okay. Are you afraid of him?
No.
And while this case is pending, would you like to have contact with him?
Yes, please.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
What says the state as to PTR?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, sir, I'm going to place you on pretrial release with special conditions. Based on the testimony here today, I will allow you to have peaceful contact with the victim. That's no hostile contact. You understand? You can't even raise your voice. Peace. You can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. Good luck. Thank you, ma'am. Good luck.
Thank you.
Still is medical, Your Honor.
21MM5639, Ms. George. I'm appointing you. Thank you. There is probable cause. Bond is $500. No contact with the victim. No weapons, firearms, or ammunition. Maintain a separate residence. One-time return with law enforcement.
Pringle is also medical.
21MM5637, Ms. George, I'll appoint your office. There is probable cause. Bond is $500. No contact with the victim. No weapons, firearms, or ammunition. Maintain a separate residence. One-time return with law enforcement to gather belongings. Yes?
Good morning. Jonathan Augusto Silverio.
21MM5630, you're here charged with battery domestic violence. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. There is probable cause. Ma'am, do you wish to testify?
Yeah.
Raise your right hand.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Please state your name for the record and spell your last name.
Liliana the boy, Laboy,
State,
Florida.
put your hand down. She's going to ask you some questions.
Good morning, Ms. LaVoy. How do you know the defendant?
Boyfriend.
Has something like this happened before?
No.
I'm sorry?
No.
But if it were to happen again, would you be willing to call the police?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right. Do you need a moment?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Do you believe that drugs or alcohol were involved in this incident?
No.
Are you
Out of
afraid of
anger?
him? I apologize.
I'm sorry. No. No, just out of anger.
Are you afraid of him?
Now, yeah, because I had to do this and this situation happened. I don't know what he's capable. I don't know what he's gonna do. I don't know if he's mad at me. I don't know what he's gonna do. That's why I'm stressed out like this, because I don't know. Like, I don't want to press charges. I just want a no contact order or whatever. Like, just I don't want.
Right. Thank you, Ms. LaVoy. Thank you. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Ms. George? Does the state object?
No, no objection, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Sir, I'm going to place you on pretrial release, and you can stay right there if you want. And require that you post a monetary bond. However, I'll reduce that amount to $250. While on pretrial release, you can have no contact with the victim. Do you understand what that means?
Yes, ma'am.
You can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. Were you two living together?
Yeah.
All right. You must maintain a separate residence. I will allow you to return one time with law enforcement to gather your belongings.
Can I say something?
Yes, ma'am.
I already got my stuff out of the house because I moved in with him. So my stuff is already out of the house, most of it. So, and yeah.
That's fine. I'm not ordering that he can't live there. I'm just ordering that he can't live with you.
Okay.
So if you're not at that residence, he can go back.
Yeah.
So you understand, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
As long as she's not there, and she just said in court today that she's not there, you can live there. But if you go back and she's there, you have to leave.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, good luck. Thank you, ma'am. Good luck.
Seeing it's medical.
21MM 5635. Ms. George, I'll appoint your office.
I'll waive the appearance, Your Honor. Does qualify for pretrial release or the actual pretrial release in this case? No,
So
was it? I just saw pretrial.
it says yes, but it says he has a history of smuggling and transporting illegal aliens.
An extensive BOP history.
I thought it was weird, but
Right, he has an FBI history, but it says he qualifies for pretrial release?
okay. I disregard, but I'll waive the appearance, Your Honor.
All right, there is probable cause. His bond will be $1,000. No contact with the victim or any witness, no weapons, firearms, or ammunition. Maintain a separate residence, one-time return with law enforcement to gather belongings. No. 21MM 183. Ms. George, I'll appoint your office.
I'll waive the appearance.
There is probable cause in this case. His bond will be $3,000. No contact with the victim or witness in the case. no weapons, firearms, or ammunition, must maintain a separate residence, one-time return with law enforcement, no unsupervised contact with any minor child under the age of 18.
Olivia Weber.
21 MM 361, you're here charged with battery domestic violence. There is probable cause, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Do you wish to testify this morning, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Please raise your right hand.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Please state your name for the record and spell your last name.
Stephanie Sistrat, Sistrat.
State.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
How do you know the defendant?
He's my daughter.
Has something like this happened before?
No, ma'am.
Do you believe that drugs or alcohol were involved in this incident?
No, ma'am.
So if it were to happen again, would you be willing to call the police?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you afraid of her?
No, ma'am. That's my daughter.
And while this case is pending, would you like to have contact with her?
Yes, ma'am. I don't even want to press charges against her. I didn't write a statement, you know? Things just got escalated between the both of us. But I do want to have contact. She's my child.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
No questions from the bench, Your Honor.
No objection, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Weber, I'm going to place you on pretrial release. Based on the testimony here this morning, I will allow you to have peaceful contact with the victim. Do you understand what that means? No hostile contact. You have to answer out loud.
Yes, I understand.
You can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. Were you two living together?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'll allow you to do that. All right, good luck. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Michaela Patterson.
You have a warrant out of Seminole County in 19 CF 2794 for violation of probation on a charge of grand theft. There's no bond authorized. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you, and we will notify them that you're here. I'm going to take no action on the out-on-bond case. Good luck.
Can I speak?
No, don't talk about the fact. It's not good.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Gino Alfredo Toscano Agüero.
Good morning. You're here in 21 CF 1657 for a warrant out of Manatee County. Looks like for grand theft, and the bond is $1,500. If you can post that, you're able to do that, but if not, we'll notify them that you're here and they'll come and transport you back. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you in the meantime.
And Your Honor, he does have an immigration hold.
A what?
An immigration hold?
It looks like even if you post that bond, you won't be released because right now you have a hold from immigration. So talk to your attorney about that. Good luck.
Good morning, Your Honor. Lalita Felix.
Good morning. A warrant was issued for your arrest in 20 CF 4326 for violating your probation by failing to successfully complete and remain in a drug and alcohol residential program. There's no bond authorized. And I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Good luck.
Jessica Lee Har.
A capias was issued for your arrest in 21 MM 2552 for failing to appear for a pretrial conference on a charge of petty theft. Your bond is $2,000. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. A warrant was issued for your arrest in 21 MM 147 for violating your probation by absconding, failing to pay, failing to attend cognitive behavioral change class, impulse control class, and failing to pay collections program. There's no bond authorized, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you in that as well. In 21 CF 9495, you're charged with possession of cocaine and paraphernalia. There is probable cause. I'll appoint an attorney in that case as well. Your bond is $1,000 on count one, $100 on count two. You can't possess or consume any controlled substance without a valid prescription or have contact with any known drug dealers. Good luck.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Hold on.
I'll enter denial.
DOP status will be August 20th at 8:30 a.m. Ginger Odom. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. You're here in 20 CF 14804. A warrant was issued for your arrest for violating your probation by failing to comply with all instructions given and failing to attend and complete the batterer's intervention program. Yes. I know. Oh, hold on one second. There's no bond authorized on that warrant. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Sir, did you wish to testify today?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor. I have.
Okay, hold on. Let me raise your right hand.
Okay.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please state your name for the record and spell
Charles
your
Justin
last name.
Odom. Odom.
All right, sir, what did you wish to tell me?
I have the evidence here, ma'am, that she was going to her classes and she was complying. I'm the victim in this case, and she's been doing pretty good on this probation, ma'am. And she's been in jail for quite a while now, just waiting to come over here from Osceola. And I have the evidence here that she was going to her classes, and the man said she could come back. No big deal. So she wasn't discharged. She was complying, though, Your Honor.
You can, if you want to give that to me, I can put it in the court file, but I'm not going to change another judge's warrant today. That evidence needs to be given to the trial judge who issued that warrant, and I'm not that judge. So, have you had a look at that, Ms. George?
No.
Is there a way for you to get that from him and take a look at it?
Thank you.
Your Honor, the only thing I couldn't do was pay.
And you're also, Your Honor, she hasn't been getting her medications either in here. She's on a lot of different health medications, and she's been calling me crying hysterically, ma'am. Is there any way maybe you could put her on pretrial until the next court date?
No, I can't do, well, I suppose I,
And also, ma'am, she helps me too at home. My wife does with my medical problems that I can't do, my shots. 'Cause I have diabetes, ma'am, and I have pernicious anemia.
all right, I want the state and the defense to look at what you presented.
I really need her home, please, Your Honor.
I can't help it. Your Honor.
Yes, I want to make sure you understand everything you say is being recorded and can be used against you later. Do you understand that?
That's fine.
You have to leave your mask on.
I just want to let you know, too, that Mr. Tony told me as soon as I get out, I can come back and start the classes again.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I took a look at what you presented. Did we give that back to him?
It's in this one.
Okay. I want to make sure that you keep that because you're going to need to present that to the other judge who signed this warrant. I'm going to try and get in touch with that judge between now and the second session of court today. At this time, I'm not going to change the warrant. So right now, you still have no bond. However, if the judge who signed the warrant is available today and I can get in touch with her. Sorry, this is about that judge. I'm trying to get in touch with her now. If she authorizes a bond, we have an afternoon session of court. I'll bring you back and we'll advise you what that bond is at that time. So as of now, you have no bond. If I can't get in touch with that judge, it won't be changed today. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sir, you don't have to stay here for that if you don't want to. Do we know what time we're starting second session? It's 1 o'clock? Okay. That court session will be at 1 o'clock this afternoon. You don't have to stay if you don't want to. She can call you and let you know if we were able to talk to the other judge.
Okay. Yeah, that's the thing, ma'am. She really helps me with my medical stuff. I have diabetes. I have pernicious anemia. I haven't been doing
understand.
too good lately. She helps me do the shots and she checks my blood sugar because I don't know how to work those things.
I understand. If the other judge authorizes it, we'll get a bond for her today.
All right. I appreciate it, ma'am. If you
Yes,
could
sir.
try to help me, please.
I'm trying.
All right. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Good luck.
Thank you. I'll be back at 1.
Okay.
There.
I'm going to make a note. It won't be me at 1 o'clock. It's another judge,
Okay.
but I'm going to explain it to him.
I appreciate it, ma'am. Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
You have a blessed day.
You as well. So can you add this to 1 o'clock? Okay.
Good morning. My name is Derek Reynolds.
Good morning. In 20 CF 8189, a warrant was issued for your arrest for violating your probation by having contact with the victim or the victim's family during the period of supervision. There's no bond authorized on this warrant. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Good luck. Oh, you have an attorney? All right, then I won't appoint the PD.
Your Honor, my name is Jordan Roy.
A warrant was issued for your arrest in 19 CF 16190 for violating your probation by failing to report to the probation office as directed. There's no bond authorized, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Good luck. Oh, then I won't appoint an attorney. All right, good luck.
Good morning, y'all. Michael Field.
Good morning. A warrant was issued for your arrest in 15 MM 11978 for violating your probation by committing the new law violation of possession of a weapon or ammunition by a convicted felon, failing to comply with instructions, failing to make payments, failing to complete anger management, and the parenting class. There's no bond authorized on that warrant, and I'll appoint an attorney. In 15 CF 14485, a warrant was issued for your arrest for violating that probation by committing the possession of a weapons charge in Sumter County. There's no bond authorized on that. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Oh, and failing to complete substance abuse and anger management. Yes.
That charge in Sumter County was a no info. I never got that charge.
Even if the state doesn't pursue that, it still can violate your probation. So you're going to want to talk to your attorney about that. Ms. George, are you denying the misdemeanor?
Yes, I'll enter denial.
DOP status will be August 30th at 9 a.m., courtroom 7C.
Joshua Vincent Del Rio.
A warrant was issued for your arrest in 21 CT 2747 for violating your probation by committing the offense of no valid driver's license and failing to pay. There's no bond authorized. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Does he have another one?
No, he's just here for the
Oh.
violation today.
All right, Ms. George?
I'll enter denied.
BOP status will be September 7th at 1:30 p.m., courtroom 10B.
All right. Good afternoon, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Felicia Ford, Ice.
Ma'am, we're here in case 2021 MM5629 AO on charge of trespass on property after warning. They reviewed the charging affidavit in your case, did find probable cause for your arrest. State was going to offer to resolve her case this afternoon.
Adjudication of guilt, credit time served, no return to 1024 South Orange Blossom Trail.
Ms. Fordyce, would you like to accept the offer from the state of Florida of adjudication of guilt credit time, sir?
Yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, you put your hand down. Ma'am, you are here in case 2021 MM5629 AO on a charge of trespass after warning. That's a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Are you going to be in the gallery? You got to wear your mask, please. Thank you. I'm sorry. No, you're good. Yes, ma'am. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve this case today?
No contest.
You understand about entering a plea of no contest, you're going to waive all the rights outlined on the plea form that's in front of you?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, medication?
No, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No, sir.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
You understand about entering this plea if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
No, sir.
Do you understand if you're not a United States? Okay. I did have an opportunity to review your charging affidavit, did find a factual basis contained therein. Going to accept the plea of no contest, find your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Going to adjudicate you guilty of the charge. Give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. Court calls and calls of prosecution in this case of $273. I'll give you 1 year from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. I'm not taking any action in the 2021 MM4924 AO case. You have a great day, ma'am.
Thank you. I'm going home today.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Jacob Bell.
Mr. Bell, you're here in case 2021 CF 94670 on the charges of sexual battery on a child under the age of 12 years old and lewd lascivious molestation of a child under the age of 12 years old. All right. Judge signed your warrant in this case has already found probable cause for your arrest. State, what are you asking that the court do as to the bond in count 1 of this, and count 1 and 2 of this warrant affidavit?
Both are punishable by at least life. I believe the first is a capital felony, Your Honor. I'm asking defendant be held no bond.
Okay. I want to appoint the public defender to represent you at the time, this time, Mr. Bell. Ms. George, do you have a response as to the state's request? All right. Mr. Bell, in both counts of your warrant, going to hold you at no bond. Conditions of your bond, you to have no contact with this victim or this victim's family. You had no unsupervised contact with any child under the age of 18 years old. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be determined to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You're not allowed to return to the scene of the location where this incident happened. We're going to already appointed the public defender to represent you in this case. There are numbers on that green sheet of paper in front of you. You have a great day, sir.
All of them or just one?
Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Various Brian.
Mr. Brand, you're here in case 2021 CF 9483 AO on charge of possession of firearm by convicted felon. Did review the charging affidavit in your case, did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to stay your bond in this case in the amount of $4,000. Conditioning your bond that you may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be shown to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. Going to appoint a public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Melvin Gray.
Mr. Gray, you're here in case 2021 CF 9505 on charge of possession of cocaine. Well, it says it's a warrant. As I'm asking, I was going to ask, anybody have a copy of the warrant? I have a charging affidavit that refers to a warrant.
I'm checking now, Your Honor.
Sorry, I didn't get a chance to grab that one.
It's great.
Yeah, it says, let's look at the affidavit. Maybe the case number was different. Maybe, nope, it was 232535. 2021 CF 2535. Let me see. I don't know. They said they made contact with him. They arrested him here at the jail for this warrant in 2535, but it states nothing about this possession of cocaine. So say, are you asking for 24 hours or are you conceding there's no PC?
Your Honor, I'll concede because what they refer to, the 2503 is the one that does have the cocaine charges in it, and he was just arrested.
Correct.
So.
No problem. All right, Mr. Gray, in 2021 CF 9505 AO, of course, going to find any probable cause for your arrest as to that charge of possession of cocaine. I'm going to release you on recognizance as to that charge. You have a great day, sir. No PC. Good afternoon, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
State your name.
Jennifer Lynn Maldonado.
Ms. Maldonado, you're here in case 2021 CF 9500 AO on a charge of trespass after warning. Battery on a law enforcement officer and resisting officer with violence. They review the charging affidavit in your case. Did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to stay your bonds as set at $500 in count one, $2,500 in count two, and $1,000 in count three. Condition of the bond not return to the scene of the location. She's under conditional release, I'm guessing, in the 2019 case? Correct. All right, so Ms. Maldonado, I'm not going to take any action on your open case, 2019 CF 14797 AO. You have a great day, ma'am.
That's me. On. Yes.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
My name is Carmen Rivera.
Ms. Rivera, you're here in case 2020 CF 14778 AO on a violation of conditional pretrial release.
Yes, sir.
The judge signing your warrant in this case set your bond at no bond. Your bond is going to remain at no bond at this time. I believe you already had a public defender representing you in this matter.
I just did this. Oh, okay. I think so. Your Honor, may I say something, please? No,
Yeah, even
I
if it's the
need
facts
help.
about your like the reason why you violated or did not violate, I'm not sure.
Yeah, but I
don't have
need
enough
you, I need
information.
help. Your Honor, please. I need to go to a program. Now, why is it that I steal? And then I need a psychiatrist. A lady came to me this morning. She was a case management. She said, Carmen, you can go to this, it's, what's the name of it? Advent. She said, you could go there. They'll help you with everything.
Okay.
Because I got a little bit of brain issues, not mentally that I'm going to do something crazy, but I need to stop what I'm doing. My family is at stake because of me. I have an apartment with my dad and my kid. If I go to jail, they're going to get thrown out. And I regret everything and I don't want to do it no more, and I'm not. I'm not.
All right, Ms. Rivera, I think you should try to get in front, I believe it's Judge Strobridge. No. What was this? Judge Roche. So you talk to Judge Renee Roche about like whatever you need to get done, and she may be able to assist you. All right, have a great day.
Thank you, sir. I didn't understand. I didn't understand.
This is Ms. Ginger, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Your
All
Honor.
right. Afternoon, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Ginger Odom.
Ms. Odom, you're here in case 2020 CF 14804EL for a violation of probation warrant.
Yes, sir.
I believe that you were here this morning and spoke to Judge Gibson, that's correct?
Yes, sir.
Hey, afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Yes, sir. Charles Justin Odom. I'm the victim in the case. I'm her husband. We're legally married. And, sir, I just need my wife home. She was following all the conditions, sir, of her probation. And I have the paperwork here. I think the state and the public defender viewed it earlier, and the other judge did as well.
Yep.
But I need my wife home, sir. I'm not doing too good.
All right. Well, Judge Strobridge, who's the division judge who controls this case, told us that we were to instructed us to leave her bond at no bond. So that's what the judge that's in charge of this case said to do. So that's what I'm going to do, because that's where I'm obligated to do under her orders, okay? But you can always you can always file a bond motion, going to appoint a public defender to represent her, get in front of Judge Strobridge, and maybe you guys can get this resolved sooner than later. She'll be seen by Judge Lattimore soon before that time at arraignment, probably Monday or Tuesday. You know what day she's going to be seen? 2020 CF 14804. She should be seen by Judge Lattimore early next week. Yeah, I think the 19th is Thursday. All right, so she'll be seen by Judge Lattimore on Thursday, but you can try to get in front of Judge Strobridge sooner than that, okay?
Okay, how do I do that?
I've got to talk to you. I work with her public defender, whoever she's getting assigned in her division, and try to get that person to get a bond motion in front of Judge Strobridge before then.
Yeah, because I think the judge earlier said that you would be able to help me because you're the circuit judge.
I am not the circuit judge. Judge Strobridge is the circuit judge.
Oh, okay.
So Judge Strobridge is the judge in charge of this case. She's a higher judge than me. She told me to do what to lead the bond and no bond. So that's what I want to follow her directions, because what I'm obligated to do under the law.
Is there any way you could put her on pretrial, sir?
Nope, that's why we had this discussion. She's got bond is no bond for right now. But you get in front of Judge Strobridge, get a motion filed, talk to her PO, maybe something you can work out.
Do you know when the soonest is we could get in front of her?
I don't know. I know the next time she'll see a judge, she's scheduled to see a judge is next Thursday. But if you can, today's Friday at 1:18 p.m. So you may want to not talk to me, talk to her probation officer, maybe talk to her PD, go down to the PD's office before 5 o'clock. So there's nothing else I can do for you, okay?
Okay. All right, I appreciate it, sir.
All right, no problem. All right, have a great day, ma'am. It's Friday. All right. I had had Tony Johnson. I don't know. That's the next thing I had in my hand. I don't know. I had a Tony Johnson that we had from reset from yesterday, but do we have more move-ups we got to address?
No, the next one is the Portuguese.
Portuguese?
Okay.
Interpreters to let you know.
Okay.
Okay, so.
Oh, it's not the ones I did. Oh, this one I did. I was like, what?
You take these.
Where's the next? All right, Portuguese, we'll take them out until we get an interpreter. All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
My name is Tony Bernard Johnson, sir.
Mr. Johnson, you're back in front of me this afternoon in case 2021 MM 182 AE. The state of Florida has supplemented an affidavit charging you with the crime of trespass on property other than a structure or conveyance. I did review the charging affidavit, did find probable cause for that charge. And I want to ask them if they're going to have a offer to resolve your case today.
It's the same offer as yesterday, Your Honor. It's an adjudication of guilt, credit for time served, and no return to 820 Douglas Avenue.
All right, that's the house behind
Oh.
where you were trying to go, I'm guessing. You want to accept that offer from the state of Florida, Mr. Johnson?
Sir?
It's a charge of trespass, not loitering. So yesterday you were charged with loitering.
Yes, sir.
They supplemented the charge to trespass on property other than a structure or conveyance.
Oh, okay. Okay, they lowered the charge, sir. Know what you're saying?
It's a different charge. So loitering and prowling is a crime that has a specific, it's called, we used to call old school voyeurism, like, which is just kind of like, you're hiding, you're being sneaky. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said yesterday I didn't find PC for that charge.
Yes, sir.
But the fact that you were like, the facts in this case allege that you were in somebody's backyard, jumping over into somebody else's backyard. I do find probable cause for trespass on property other than structure conveyance. Because if you were at home and you looked outside, saw some random guy jumping over in your backyard, you're like, why are you in my fence? You jumping over my fence. You know, that's that kind of crime. So I just want to make sure that you understand that the difference between those two crimes that are being charged. So now you were charged with loitering, now you're being charged with trespass on property other than a structure or conveyance, which is the crime I had to describe what just happened, okay?
Just a second, Your Honor. Okay. Your Honor, we continue. And then I just talk to him back here?
Yep.
So he can understand. Just stand right there. No.
I had Frederick, or Frederick, maybe? Frick, yep. All right. And then I had Austin. All right, good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
D'Angelo Austin.
Mr. Austin, you're here in case 2021 MM 4090 AL on charges of a failure to appear on the underlying charge of loitering and prowling. The judge set your bond in amount of $2,000. Your bond is going to remain as set. I want to ask the state of Florida, they have an offer to resolve your case this afternoon if you would like.
Adjudication of guilt and credit time served, Your Honor.
Was he represented by the public defender's office? Yes. All right. Ms. George, since your office already represents him, did you want to talk to him? Did you already talk to him about the plea?
Yes, Your Honor. He would like to accept the state's offer here today.
All right. Ms. Austin, can you raise your right hand to be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, you're here in that case, lawyer 2021 MM 4090 on the charge of loitering and prowling. It's a second-degree misdemeanor, punishable to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Ms. George, what plea we want to enter on behalf of your client?
We're going to enter a plea of no contest, Your Honor.
Mr. Austin, you understand, if you accept your plea of no contest, you're going to waive all the rights outlined on the plea form that Ms. George went over with you.
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, medication?
No, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No, sir.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
Do you understand about entering this plea if you're not a United States citizen? It could subject you to deportation.
Yes, sir.
They have an opportunity to view, did the parties stipulate to a factual basis?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, based on that stipulation, the court's going to find a factual basis, going to accept your plea of no contest, find your plea is free and voluntarily entered, going to adjudicate you guilty of the charge, give you credit for the
27 days.
27 days you spent in the Orange County Jail with 27 days credit time served. Court costs and costs of prosecution in this case of $273. There's a $50 public defender application fee and a $50 public defender lien. All those costs will be payable directly to the clerk within 2 years of today's date. I'll give you 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Have a great day. Do that. How you want to do it? Okay. All right. Officer Johnson, did you talk to Ms. George?
Yes, sir.
That she better already explain
Yes,
what was
sir.
going on?
Yes, sir.
All right. Did you want to accept the state's offer of
Yes,
adjudication
sir.
guilt credit time, sir?
Yes, sir.
Uh,
All right. All right, sir, can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
So help me, yes, sir.
You put your hand down. Sir, you're here in case 2021 MM 182 AE on a charge of trespass on property other than a structure or conveyance. That is a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve this case with the state today?
No contest.
Do you understand by entering a plea of no contest, you've been given up all the rights outlined on the plea form that you went over with Ms. George?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, medication?
No, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No, sir.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
You understand about entering this plea if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Yes, sir.
I did have an opportunity to review your charging affidavit in this case. I did find a factual basis contained therein. I'm going to accept your plea of no contest, find your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I'm going to adjudicate you guilty of the charge, give you credit for the 3 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 3 days credit time served. Court costs and costs of prosecution in this case are $273. I'll give you 1 year from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. You have a great day. Did you write trespass on property?
Mhm.
All right, cool. Henderson. That doesn't look like Mr. Henderson. Henderson. I don't think so. Good afternoon, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
McKenna Anderson.
Ms. Henderson, you're here in case 2021 CF 9496 AO on charge of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Did review the charging affidavit in your case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to set your bond in this case in amount of $5,000. Condition of your bond is that you have no contact with the victim in this case. You do not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You may not return to the scene of the location where this incident happened. You're out on bond in case 2021 CF 8990 AO. And in that case, the court's going to revoke that bond, finding probable cause to commit a new law offense while you're out on release in that case. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in all your cases if you're not already appointed. You have a great day, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name? Hello. Good afternoon, sir.
Albert Ballard.
Mr. Ballard, you're here in case 2021 CO 726 AO for a failure to appear warrant on the underlying charge of open container. The bond is set at $100. But I'll ask the state of Florida to have an offer to resolve your case today.
Withhold of adjudication and credit time served.
All right. Mr. Ballard, do you want to accept the county's offer of a withhold of adjudication of guilt and credit time served to resolve your case today?
He's talking to you, gotta answer.
Yes.
All right, you got to speak up a little bit, Mr. Ballard, because I have a little problems hearing you up here. Say again?
You wanna resolve?
I'm sorry.
Can you hear him? Can you hear him? He's asking questions. Do you wanna resolve?
Why not? Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Yes, Your Honor, he's.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Ballard, can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Are you having problems hearing me?
No, I don't think he can.
Okay, one second. Get you some hearing aids to help that. Can you hear me now? All right, wonderful. Mr. Ballard, you're here in case 2021 CO 726 AO. The underlying charge is open container. You're also here for a failure to appear warrant on that case. Did you want to accept the state's offer of a withhold of adjudication of guilt and court costs to resolve your case today?
What do you mean, to a later date?
Well, you can stay in jail or try to bond out on the $100 bond, or you can resolve your case today. It's up to you.
I'd rather just solve it today and get it over with, really.
All right. You understand the offer is a withhold of adjudication of guilt, credit for time you spent in the Orange County Jail, and there's some court costs involved in the case. You understand?
Yes.
All right. Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
It's true, yes.
Or you put your hand down. Sir, you're here in case 2021 CO 726 AO on a charge of open container. That's a second-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that? Maximum penalty, 60 days in the county jail, $500 fine. Do you understand?
Why is this such a big fine on that? Why is,
You're not being fined that much. I'm telling you, I have to inform you what the maximum penalties are. You're getting a withhold of adjudication of guilt. Credit for how many days do you have?
50 days in jail?
2 days.
Yeah, what your offer to resolve this case is a withhold of adjudication of guilt, credit for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail, and there's $223 in court costs involved in this case. Any second-degree misdemeanor in the state of Florida has maximum penalties. The maximum penalties are 60 days in the county jail. Maximum penalties are $500 in fines. Do you understand? Those are the maximums.
Right, I understand that.
All right? Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve the case today?
Well, then I'd have to spend 50 days in jail.
No, you don't. You're going to go leave, you're going to go home today.
All right, I'll do that, yes.
All right? Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest?
Yes. Yes.
Which one, guilty or no contest?
Guilty.
Do you understand by entering a plea of guilty, you're going to waive all the rights outlined on the plea form that's in front of you? There's the white sheet of paper right there in front of you. You have a yellow copy of it.
Okay, I have the old copy.
Yes, sir.
What do you want me to do?
So which one, is it the pink copy? Which one is it?
I can't really read it without glasses.
All right, no problem. We'll go over it, Mr. Ballard. Mr. Ballard, if you enter a criminal plea, you're going to waive your right to have a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes,
You understand you're waiving your right to have an attorney appointed to represent you if you cannot afford it?
yes,
Do you understand you're waiving your right to challenge the state's evidence, question their witnesses, and call witnesses on your behalf? Do you understand that? If you wanted to call a witness and that witness did not want to come to court, I can use my subpoena power to make that witness appear. Do you understand?
I understand. I have a question I'd like to.
Yes, ma'am.
The day that this happened,
Yes, sir.
my beer was in a bag.
Well, I can't give you legal advice as to wherever your recitation of the facts were and wherever law enforcement recitation of the facts were, I can't make that decision. I'm not the person to do that unless you decide that you wanted a bench trial from this court or you wanted a jury trial. That's where facts are determined and whether the facts and the law meet and whether those things are going to happen. Right now, you told me that you want to resolve the case short of that, which is a plea agreement. So you're waiving your right to have that trial that we talked about and challenge the state's evidence and questions the witnesses. And you can waive the right to remain silent as to this charge. Do you understand? You understand? You're waiving your right to appeal any errors in this case, except the court's jurisdiction over you and the sentence I'm going to impose.
I'm just going to remain silent.
Okay. Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, medication?
No.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
Say again, please.
Has anybody forced you, threatened you, or coerced you, or made you enter this plea?
No.
Is anybody making you do this today?
No.
You understand if you're not a United States citizen, entering of this plea could cause you to be deported from this country. All right. I did have an opportunity to review your court file while I was in chambers this afternoon, so I did find a factual basis contained therein. I'm going to accept your plea of guilty in this case, find your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I'm going to withhold adjudication of guilt, give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. Court costs in this case are $223. I'll give you 1 year from today's date to pay the money directly to the clerk in full. You got 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. You have a great day, sir. Okay, that's fine. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Thomas Fannin.
Mr. Fannin, you're here in case 2021 MM 3107 on charge of assault on a firefighter. The judge signed your warrant. In this case has already found probable cause for your arrest. Going to stay your bond in this case in the amount of $1,000. Condition of your bond that you had no contact with the victim, that you not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons and firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You have no contact with any witnesses from this case. We're going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Jason Throckmorton.
This is Throckmorton. Is Throckmorton? Mr. Throckmorton, you're here in case 2021 MO 931AO on a violation of a county ordinance, I believe an underlying charge of trespass. I did review the charging affidavit in this case, did find probable cause for your arrest. Was there an offer from the city, or the county, I guess?
It's a withholding credit time served, Your Honor.
It was a city, I'm sorry. I thought it was a county, sorry. Sorry, county, it's a city ordinance. And what's the status of these various burglary cases? A lot of ROR or something. Is he getting comp status?
I believe that he was RR, but there was no information filed.
In the 2020 case too?
One CF 779380.
Yeah, he was just released 2 days. I'm more thinking about this 2020 case.
It's 2021. Yeah.
Oh, it's 2021, not 2020? Okay, okay.
Right.
I was concerned, all right.
It wasn't making sense. I'm still not finding it.
And information still hasn't been filed in those 3 cases? The 4th. Yeah, he was released August 4th. I don't know if shortly afterwards they filed information or not. All right, Mr. Throckmorton, if the state has not filed information yet, you can resolve your case with the city. However, I am going to take action on your other cases, but I want to give you bonds. I'm not going to hold you no bond.
So sorry?
I'm going to take action on your other cases, like your other cases that you're out on release for. I'm going to revoke those releases, but I want to give you bonds in each one of those cases. I'm not going to hold you at no bond. So I don't know if that's going to change your mind, whether you want to decide to resolve the city case or not.
I don't understand the repercussions necessarily. Is it, how can I resolve the city case? How can I most directly gain release without, because I don't have the financial ability to I'm actually actively seeking employment and am trying to straighten those things out so that I can get everything in order. So yes, what she said would be is my request.
They say you still haven't filed on the cases?
No, Your Honor. It appears that we have not.
Yeah, my concern is this 1, 2, 3, 4th paragraph.
Your Honor.
Where he keeps going back to the same location where he's a suspect of other burglaries and the crimes at this Holiday Inn.
It was
I don't talk about the facts of your case. I'm just trying to talk to your attorney about why I'm a little uncomfortable with the straight ROR situation.
Your Honor, with regard to 21 CF 7804, an information was filed August 9th.
And in one of the cases,
The other two, the information has not been filed yet.
yes, informations have been filed. I mean, people are homeless, I get it. I mean, that's not, not trying to bury a homeless person, but there's a difference between being homeless and committing felonies.
May I say something?
Your Honor, he's stating that someone offered him a place to stay. So I just ask that you take that into consideration and not revoke the out on bond. Given that he states that he's found somewhere to temporarily stay until he can get on his feet.
Yeah, it can't be the Holiday Inn, that's the thing. All right, we're talking Warren, I don't really feel comfortable resolving your case today. So I want to state your bonds as set in the affidavit at $250. I'm not going to take any action on your out on bond cases, 2021 CF 7794, and 2021 CF 7793, and 2021 CF 7804 AO. We're going to appoint a public defender to represent you in all your cases if you've not already been appointed. You have a great day, sir. Condition of the bond, no return to the scene, the location. Next person I had was Amador. All right. And I have McCarthy next. Nehart. All right. And, all right. Yeah, Anton. All right. This case 2020 CF 1173BO. I think the public defender's office already appointed to represent him in that case. All right, we're going to state his bond amount of $1,000 as set on his failure to appear warrant. Madam Clerk, is there any way, because the warrant says carjacking, I talked to Judge LeBlanc, and I actually went and read the court file. You actually pled the grand theft, where they can notate that in Odyssey. Because the file, it still says carjacking is count one. The warrant says carjacking, he's out on probation for a charge of grand theft. But the warrant, because count one continues to say carjacking, everybody's gonna say carjacking on it. Correct, and he pled to what they consider to be a lesser included offense of grand theft. So since count one, so no, the straight grand theft of whoever 750 or more. So it's not grand theft motor vehicle. No action was out on bond cases. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Ernest Butler.
Mr. Butler, you're here in case 2021 CF 9509AO on charge of possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of trafficking in amphetamines of 28 grams or more, possession of cocaine with intent to sell and deliver, and possession of cannabis with intent to sell and deliver. You qualify for pretrial release? Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. All right. Mr. Butler, in count one, I'm going to set your bond amount of $100. Count two, $50,000. Count three, $150,000, and count four, $150,000. Condition your bonds that you're not allowed to possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You may not associate yourself with any known drug dealers or drug users. Whoever bonds you out in this case needs to comply with Florida Statute 903.046 sub 2 sub F. File an affidavit with the court attesting that the funds used to bond you out did not come from any illegal or illicit activity. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Robert Francis Gentili.
Sir, you're here in case 2020 CF 3553 AO on charges of failure to appear. Judge set your bond in count one amount of $5,000, count two, $1,000, count three, $1,000, and count four, $1,000. I believe you already had a public defender appointed to represent you in this case. You have a great day, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Christopher Gentry.
Mr. Gentry, here in case 2021 CF 6560HO on a warrant signed by a judge finding probable cause for your arrest for the charges of sale of delivery of fentanyl within 1,000 feet of a convenience business and sale and delivery of Excellion within 1,000 feet of a convenience business. Your bond on count 1 is amount of $15,000. Count 2, $150,000. Condition your bond, not allowed to possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. But not return to the scene of the location where this incident happened.
I don't know where the location was. I never
hold
got
on,
an
wait,
arrest
wait, wait.
affidavit or nothing.
Say, I don't have the probable cause information, I just have the warrant.
One moment, Your Honor.
You're not allowed to have any contact with any co-defendants from this case or any witnesses. Trying to
Just saying.
trying to get you the information, so just give me a chance, all right? I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you. I lowered this
This
bond.
is
account.
statewide, Your Honor. Yeah, this is a statewide case, Your Honor.
This is a statewide case? Is it still sealed?
I will check. It appears as though it was by a 7-Eleven gas station located at 12880 South Orange Blossom Trail.
Is it? It's a 7-Eleven gas station on OBT.
Yeah, 12880 South Orange Blossom Trail.
All right. All right, I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in this case. You can do they can do all the investigation for you. You may not get the public defender because it seems like you have a lot of co-defendants involved in this RICO case that's going on. So you might get a conflict attorney, but you'll be able to investigate all the areas of the case. All right. Have a great day, sir. All right, this is 2021 CF 9493AO. Mr. Glasgow, going to appoint a public defender to represent him. All right, he's here on charges of possession of MDMA or ecstasy, possession of cannabis, and possession of drug paraphernalia. We're going to set his bond in count 1 amount $2,000, count 2 $150,000, count 3 $100,000. Addition of bond, no drugs, no alcohol. May not associate with any known drug dealers or drug users. He's out on bond on Osceola County case 2021 CF 1991. Court's going to revoke that bond, set a new bond at 0. Still conditions no contact with the victim in that case. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Jerome Harrison Jr., sir.
Sir, you're here in case 2021 CF 9478AO on charge of selling delivery of MDMA or ecstasy. Judge signing your warrant in this case has already found probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to set your bond amount of $15,000, conditioning your bond that you not possess or consume drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You may not associate yourself with any known drug dealers or drug users. You're out on bond in case 2021 CF 4580AO. Of course, going to revoke that bond, set a new bond at $0 in that case. Going to appoint the public defender to represent you in any case you don't have representation. You have a great day, sir.
The first bond, I got no bond.
You got first bond, no bond.
I can't
Second case, $15,000.
I can bond on the first case.
Not today. You got to talk to your judge about that, the division judge. All right, Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Tony Terrell Johnson.
Mr. Johnson, you're here in case 2021 CF 90890 on charge of possession of methamphetamine. Dear review, there's a warrant for your arrest in that matter where the judge already found probable cause for your arrest.
Can I say something?
Hold on. Wait. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. All right, Ms. Davis. History is lengthy, but I don't see anything violent in it. We still qualify. Everything's drugs.
I'm thinking the warrant, doesn't it say bond or PTR? It's supposed to say bond or.
It said, the warrant says bond, PTR or bond if he qualifies. All right, I just want to see if I want to give him that option, then you guys are just going to tell him no, and he'll be back here in front of me.
No, the reason why they didn't qualify him, because of the open Broward County case
Oh, I forgot, I didn't see that, I'm sorry.
and a warrant out of South Carolina for VOP.
All right. All right, so Mr. Johnson, we're gonna stay your bond, in this case, amount of $1,000, conditional bond, no drugs, no alcohol without a valid prescription, cannot associate yourself with any known drug dealers or drug users. All right, have a great day, sir. All right, good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Good afternoon, Judge. My name is Wallace Julian.
All right, sir, you're here in case 2021 CF 9510 on charges of armed robbery with a deadly weapon, armed burglary, resisting officer without violence, attempted escape, resisting officer with violence, battery on a law enforcement officer, resisting officer without violence. All right, Ms. George, you want to tell me something? See, you stood up.
Your Honor, I would argue no PC for the robbery armed with a deadly weapon. Just on the arrest affidavit, upon reading the arrest affidavit, it just states that, allegedly my client stated, don't need to be kicked out, and put it on his waistband. Other than that, there was no weapon ever found in possession. So I would just argue no PC.
For the deadly weapon part?
Yes.
Okay. All right, say what's your response?
Your Honor, what Mr. Julian is accused of taking from the vehicle is an electric saw as well as other tools, and it is the electric saw that is the weapon, Your Honor.
I think Ms. George not challenging the armed burglary part, is the robbery deadly weapon part. Is that what, the deadly weapon part of robbery? Because whether we agree or disagree, the DCAs have said, just like robbery with a firearm, unless you see the weapon or the firearm, the hand in the pocket, doesn't count. So the question is, whether you challenging that part of it, and then about the robbery as far as that a weapon was actually brandished during the robbery.
And what I'm saying, Your Honor, is the weapon was the electric saw that was taken.
I'll do this in reverse. I thought the robbery happened and then the burglary. Or was it in reverse? I'll flip it.
I think they were simultaneous.
He was caught taking the tools out of the vehicle, Your Honor.
Correct.
And then at this point, this is where the statement is made about how many people take it out. As well as what he's doing in the vehicle. And then the victim attacks with a pipe.
Correct.
So my argument would be that
That a weapon was not brandished during the course of the robbery.
the robbery armed with a deadly weapon.
there was a threat made, so there was a form of an assault made.
Yes, Your Honor.
Question now becomes whether a weapon was used during that quote-unquote robbery. And this is where there has been argument about this, but the DCAs have disagreed with those arguments, so we're kind of stuck with what they say, including our own DCA.
Your Honor, at the
Are you saying, are you saying that because he was taking the electric saw, that was the weapon used in the robbery?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. So I agree with Ms. George that the weapon was not brandished during the course of the robbery course of the situation, but whether he technically could have been armed in entering of the vehicle during the course of, I do agree with that part of it.
Okay.
All right. So count one is in a PBL anyways, but let's talk about count two, which is a PBL. The armed burglary is in a PBL.
Correct. And if you find PC, then yes, I am asking him to be held no bond.
All right. And Ms. George, what are you saying about the armed burglary part of it?
Your Honor, again, I would argue, no, I would argue that
Yep. So I think count two, I disagree with you as to that. I believe the reading of the jury instruction is the person is armed in the entering or during the course of the burglary. So if you break into somebody's house, you were unarmed at the time, you then break into the gun safe, take a gun, you now are armed. I think that's the way the case law and the way the jury instruction reads. So as to that, I do find probable cause. What do you say if I do find probable cause? What should I do as to his bond?
As it is a PBL.
No, I was talking to me. Sorry, I was talking to Ms. George. Apologize.
Oh.
I apologize. That's my fault, Ms. George.
your discretion.
Okay. I know that Ms. Julian was released from the Department of Corrections, looks like on their supervision and/or release on February 4th of 2018. Doesn't qualify him as a pretrial, a prison release reoffender, but does still qualify him as a habitual violent felony offender. So the court's still going to hold him at no bond. Count one, I'm going to find PC for robbery, which I believe is just, I think B, it's 812-13B, I think, 2B. I'm sorry. C, I'm sorry. So it's 812.12 sub 2 sub C. Did find probable cause as to count two for burglary, armed burglary of a conveyance. So in that case, that count, going to stay his bond at no bond. And the first resisting, going to set bond amount of $100. The attempted escape, they're going to set bond in amount of $3,000. Going to ROR him as the next resisting. We're going to set bond at $150 as to the battery on law enforcement officer, and then ROR him as to the last resisting. Count one, oh, sorry, did I not say? So I'm sorry, I was count one, $5,000. Condition your bond, no contact with your victims or witnesses, no return to the scene of the location. No, cannot possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be returned to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. I want to appoint a public defender to represent you if I didn't already say that. You're out on bond. Let me see. So no, this is an open case in 2021 MM5215 AO, so I don't have jurisdiction to take action on that case. So you have a great day. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Matthew Chrysler.
Sir, you're here in case 2020 CF 3633 AO on a failure of the defendant to appear. Judge set your bond amount of $1,000. Your bond's going to remain as set. I believe you already had a public defender appointed to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Dr. Lampkin, sir.
Mr. Lampkin, you're here in case 2021 CF 92160 and charges of aggravated battery with a deadly weapon and battery on a person 65 years or older. Judge signed your warrant in this case has already found probable cause for your arrest. We're going to stay your bonds as set in the amount of $3,500 in count one. Count two, $1,500. No contact with the victim. No contact with the victims. No return to the scene of the location. May not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours. Oh, sorry. I didn't want to strike the no return because that's your house. Forgot that. So no strike the no return. Say maintain separate residence. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. However, you're out on bond in case 2021 CF 3607 AO. Court's going to revoke that bond, finding probable cause to commit a new law offense while you're out on release. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you if you are not already appointed in these cases. You have a great day, sir. Thank you. All right, it's case 2021 CF 9507 AO. Mr. Warman. Going to appoint a public defender to represent him. All right, going to set his bond amount of $500. Condition of his bond, no drugs, alcohol without valid prescription. Cannot associate himself with any known drug dealers or drug users. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Philip Myrick. Daniel Philip Myrick.
Mr. Myrick, you're here in case 2021 CF 9498 AO on a charge of aggravated assault on a law enforcement officer, open container, and resisting officer without violence. They reviewed the charging affidavit. In this case, did find probable cause for your arrest. Give me 1 second, Mr. Myrick. I don't think count one, I can't send him for, no, I can't. All right, so Mr. Myrick, I'm going to set your bond in count one amount of $2,000, count three and four, sorry, so count two and three, $100. Condition of bond, no drugs or alcohol without valid prescription, and no return to the scene of the location. We're going to appoint a public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir.
Ortiz is medical.
The 2021 CF 9501 AO, Mr. Ortiz. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent him. 1 second. Mayor gonna set his bond in this case in amount $500 for pretrial release. May not operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Alexander Peña.
Mr. Pena, you here in case 2021 CF 9485 AO on charge of burglary of a structure, grand theft, and trespass on property after warning. Did review the charging affidavit in your case, did find probable cause for your arrest. Gonna set your bond in count one amount $3,500, count two, $150, count three, $100. Condition your bond, no contact with any victims or witnesses. May not return to the scene of the location of the incident. May not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release.
Okay.
You're out on RR in case 2021 CF 8124 AO. Of course, going to revoke that RR. Going to set a new bond at $0. Find probable cause you commit a new law offense while you're out on release in this case. Going to appoint a public defender to represent you in any other case that you're not already appointed. You have a great day, sir.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Anthony Pickens.
Mr. Pickens, you're here in case 2021 CF 9503 AO for a charge of driving while license suspended as a habitual traffic offender. You reviewed the charging affidavit, did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to stay your bond amount of $2,500. Condition of your bond, you not operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. You're out on bond for the same charge in case 2021 CF 3836 AO. Of course, going to revoke that bond in that case, going to set a new bond amount of $10,000, still same condition, no operating motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. Get an Uber or something else. Want to appoint a public defender to represent you in any case you're not already appointed. You have a great day.
Rodriguez bonded.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Yes, sir. My name is Sandy Emmanuel Silva Lagares.
Sir, you're here in case 2021 CF 9491 AO on charge of possession of cocaine. Did review the charging affidavit in this case. Did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to stay your bond amount of $1,000. Condition your bond that you have no, you're not possessing drugs, or alcohol without a valid prescription, and you may not associate yourself with any known drug dealers or drug users. Question: was he seen on this aggravated battery case?
No.
Was he seen an initial appearance or just bonded out? This one, can you look him up real quick? On the open case. You're out on bond in case 2021 CF 7677 AO. Part of that bond condition, not possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. It's probable cause you commit a new law offense while you're out on bond in this case. The court's going to revoke that bond, set a new bond at $0 in that case. So conditions have no contact with the victim. Have a great day, sir.
So just to get that understood, boss, so you revoked my bond and
Correct.
I can't get out?
Not today. You got to talk to your division judge about whether there's any release conditions they feel comfortable with.
Yes, sir.
Have a great day. All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Afternoon, Russell Sperlin.
Sir, you're here in case well, it's actually two cases. First one is 2020 MM 1478 AO for failure to appear warrant. Its bond is $4,000. In 2020 CF 7252 AO, bond failure to appear, bond is $1,500. State, was there an offer to resolve the misdemeanor case?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Spurling, the bond's gonna remain set. We're gonna appoint a public defender if you're not already appointed in these cases.
Okay.
See? Yep, I think you're already appointed in these cases, so have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
All right, this is 2021 CF 9504 AO, Mr. Thomas. He's arrested on charges of trafficking in methamphetamine and 14 grams or more, possession of drug paraphernalia and petty theft. They reviewed the charging affidavit in this case, did find probable cause for his arrest. I'm sorry, want to appoint a public defender to represent him in this case. All right, did find probable cause for his arrest in this case. Going to stay his bond in count one amount $50,000, count two 100, count three 100. Condition of his bond: he's not allowed to possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. May not associate himself with any known drug dealers or drug users. Needs to file an affidavit and comply with Florida Statute 903.046 sub 2 sub F, attesting that the funds used to bond him out in that case not come from an illegal or illicit source. He's out on bond in case 2020 CF 10056 AO. In that case, of course, going to revoke that bond, set a new bond at $0 in that matter. I believe he already has a public defender or counsel appointed in that other case. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Juan Jose Trevino, sir.
Sir, you're here in case 2020 CF 5671 AO on a failure to appear warrant. Judge in this case set your bond at no bond. Your bond's going to remain at no bond in that case. I believe you already had a public defender appointed to represent you in that matter. I'm sorry, you have conflict counsel. Apologize for representing you in that case. You have a great day, sir.
I was incarcerated when they put out that warrant, sir. I was in Pinellas County for 8 months.
Yep. You got to talk to your judge who issued the warrant. So I don't know if the warrant was to get you here from there. I'm not sure what was the purpose of the warrant being issued. So you got to talk to them about those things. Have a great day. All right, cover your mask, cover your face, please. Thank you, sir. Can you tell me your name, sir?
Michael A. Wilkerson.
Mr. Wilkerson, you're here in case 2021 CF 9514 AO on charges of possession, trafficking in fentanyl of 28 grams or more, trafficking in amphetamines of between 14 and 28 grams, and possession or manufacturing with intent to sell or manufacture drug paraphernalia. They reviewed the charging affidavit in your case, did find probable cause for your arrest. Gonna stay your bonds as set, and count one is $1 million, count two, $50,000, count three, $1,000. Condition your bonds in those cases that you not possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription, not associate yourself with known drug dealers or drug users. If you are to bond out in that case, you need to file an affidavit with the court, complying with Florida Statute 903.046 sub 2 sub F, testing that the funds used to bond you out in that case not come from an illegal or illicit source in that, from that matter, for the purpose of your bond premiums.
I need a bond reduction.
Okay, you can talk to your division judge about that, sir. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in that matter. You're also out on bond in case 2021 CF 8708 AO for another trafficking case. Court's going to revoke that bond. Set a new bond at $0 as to that case. I believe you already have a public defender or counsel appointed in that other case. You have a great day, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Charlie Wilson.
Mr. Wilson, you're here in case 2019 CF 8893 BO for failure to appear. Judge in that case set your bond at no bond. Your bond's going to remain at no bond. I'm not going to take any action on your open case 2021 CF 3916 AO.
But I just got to say is just the fact that I bonded out last month on the 21st. The only reason why.
Don't talk about the reason why you didn't fail to appear, because we usually we haven't seen this circuit prosecute for that. That's still as actually a crime. So, all right, have a great day. All right, we got language line? All right, we'll take a quick recess while we try to get an interpreter on the line. Hello?
Hello, this is Portuguese interpreter. My ID number is 216412. How may I help you today?
All right. I need your services to speak with a defendant this afternoon in our case 2021 CF 9489 AO. Have you been sworn in today?
No, sir.
Can you raise your right hand to be sworn in?
Yes.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you'll translate from English to Portuguese and Portuguese to English to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I do.
All right. I need you to greet the defendant and ask him to tell me his name.
Olá, boa tarde, senhor. Eu sou o intérprete desta ligação. Eu vou interpretar tudo. Como é o seu nome, por favor?
William Carlos Ávila de Mello.
William Carlos Alves de Melo.
Sir, you're here in case 2021 CF 9489 AO on charge of criminal mischief. I did review the charging affidavit in your case. I did find probable cause for your arrest.
Sorry, Your Honor, you didn't find.
No, I did find, no, he's here in case 2021 CF 9489 AO on a charge of felony criminal mischief. I reviewed the charging affidavit and found probable cause for his arrest.
Então, sobre o caso de 2021, desculpa, CF 09481A. Eu fiz a revisão do caso criminal e eu encontrei a causa provável da sua detenção.
I'm going to set your bond amount of $1,000. Condition of your bond, you have no contact with the victim and not return to the scene of the location.
Então eu vou acionar uma fiança de $1.000. Em adição, o senhor não deve ter nenhum contato com a vítima e nem deve se apresentar no local.
Your Honor,
Yes, ma'am.
I would just like to note that he was out on bond in 21 CF 7011 for criminal mischief as well as aggravated stalking. It appears to be the same victim as this case. Oh, okay, then that I don't.
Yeah, I think this particular criminal mischief is an add-on charge.
Okay, never mind then.
All right. All right. No contact with any victims or witnesses from this case.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Não deve ter nenhum contato com a vítima deste caso.
No weapons, no firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release.
Se tem alguma arma de fogo, deve entregá-los às autoridades no período de 24 horas depois da sua liberação.
I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir.
Então, é tudo sobre este caso. Tenha um bom dia, senhor.
Okay, thank you. God bless you, ma'am.
All right, thank you, Mr. Interpreter.
Anything else I can help with?
No, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you for the services.
Does anybody have anything else before we adjourn for the